you want to know my opinion on what I think, just keep on watching. Hey guys, what's good? It's your girl Nisi here and I'm back with another video, and can we just get into the sunlight please? But yeah guys, it's nice and sunny in Manchester, so yeah, I'm back with a new video today. And today guys, the girls are fighting. So there's this big challenge that's going crazy on TikTok. It's 21 with no kids. It's a song that is by Jaquise, I think his name is. It's in one of his songs. I think it's the BED, like the bed song. He's bigging up girls, you know, 21, no kids, the shade, because I had my first child at 21, and that's like the average age that a lot of girls do have their first child, around their early 20s. But yeah, so child-free women, girls are getting dragged on TikTok. The miserable baby mamas are coming for them. I'm happy for them. Like, I know a couple of people that are grown, got no kids. Between me and my sister, I'm in my 30s. There's 10 years in between us. She's in her 40s. She ain't got no kids. I've had 4 children. My other sister's had 3 children, etc. So when I see people like my niece, she's 26, she ain't got no kids, like, you know what I mean? Do you? She's running her small beauty business. She does like nails, eyelashes, etc. But yeah, do you, boo-boo? I love it. Because, you know, there's a lot of girls that regret having kids, or they regret their baby fathers, and they just wish they took a different turn in life. Even myself, I can be honest with you, if I could live this life again, I wouldn't have kids as like when I did at 21 at defo. I would be more like patting myself, so I would make sure I had like savings, had my own place, had a car. I didn't have none of that. My first child was an oops baby, so you know, keeping it 100. If I could do life again, yeah, I wouldn't have kids as young as I did. I love my kids, I don't regret them. Again, with having kids, you just don't know what you're gonna get. So I do have a child with disabilities, my second child. So there's that you've got to consider. You've got to consider obviously like miscarriages or your child dying. You've got to consider death. A lot of women die giving birth. So yeah, let's get into people's reactions. And yeah, I'll be back with more commentary.
To all the females doing that little 21 with no kids trend, do y'all think y'all better than us because y'all don't got no kids? Y'all talking about some 21 with no kids, more like 21 and y'all can't even find a man to give you no kids. That's why y'all are mad. Y'all are just trying to make yourselves feel better at the fact that no man wants y'all. And it sounds like projection to me. I'm just saying, I'm the messenger. As a mother of 5, how dare you?
Mommy, can I have gushers?
Nope, y'all ate last week. What, y'all think y'all pure or something using this audio because y'all ain't got no kids? First of all, y'all be born in 1997 using this audio. Like, y'all gotta pack it up. Like, you think it's a reward to not want to give life? Like, that's selfish to me. See, I do everything for my kids.
Mommy.
What, Amaya? And that's all right, though, because y'all laughing now. But when y'all do decide to have kids, y'all eggs gonna be dry, powdery, and you gonna be applying for Social Security. Well, I'm gonna be 38 turning up with my kids. And another thing, as a mother, I think it's so disrespectful.
Mommy, I want Doritos.
Jaden, you are 3 years old. Get you a ladder and get it yourself. You are not a newborn anymore. You're 3. So I want y'all to think about that next time y'all make that trend.
Ooh.
Let me.
Now guys, when you think of these miserable baby mamas, this is how they be looking. You know, they be coming on TikTok in their dressing gown, the bonnets, their hair ain't done. You know what I mean? The only time when they're all dressed up if they're having like a baby shower or they're doing like a birthday party shower or whatnot. Alright, so first of all, that was a skit. My girl is funny. Check her out on TikTok, she's funny. But yeah, a lot of people coming for these 21 on child-free women look like that. You know what I mean? Look like her. Everything that was in that clip was on point, like with the kids interrupting you, and it's just like, goodness sake, I have to deal with that, you know what I mean? With my kids, I try and film while they're in school, so they're going on Easter holidays soon, so guys, I don't know what's going to happen with the content. I do apologize if the kids are here, you might hear them in the background, but you know what I mean? I'm a mum first, content creator after. But yeah, just the way the kids keep interrupting, the way the kids are like, oh, I want Doritos, and she's like, you ate last week, like, this is what they're like. I seen this meme the other day on Facebook. I'm gonna put a picture here. I know so many girls that are like this, that get their child benefit over here in the UK, and they're like, oh my gosh, I love my child so much, I'm gonna, you know, get them cute outfit. No, they'll be buying drugs, they'll be buying alcohol, designer stuff with their child's money, but yet won't have a saving account for their kids. And the kids be looking all raggedy and looking like malnourished. But yeah, what else in that video was she said, you're not a baby no more, you're 3 years old, go and get a ladder and climb and go and get... Oh my guys, I kid you not, the other day I wanted to do that with my daughter. She wanted something and I couldn't be bothered going downstairs. She's 5 years old and we've got those little step ladders, and I wanted to say, get the step ladder and go and get it yourself, but I thought, you know what, you see how that kid dropped and mashed up something? That's something my daughter would do. And then you can't shout or beat the child because you sent them down there. Like, be a parent. But yeah, I love that clip. That clip was so on point and that girl is so funny. Okay, so this next clip I'm gonna play, this is like the girl where her video just like, it went viral and she's been getting a lot of hate in her comments. So I'm gonna play the clip and I will be back with my commentary.
God will always tell you when you need to sit the F down and shut the F up. Excuse my hair, I just woke up. So a few days ago, I had a video go viral about the kids versus no kids topic, the whole trend that's going on. I made a think piece on it. It blew up, didn't expect it to, cool. Most of the comments were, no, I'm lying. I'm not even about to sit up here and lie to y'all. A lot of the comments were very insane. There are people coming in my comments talking about, well, I wouldn't have kids either if I've had 1,000 abortions. There are people in my comments talking about, so you're just mad you can't have kids. There are people saying, oh, so you're infertile. Somebody even told me that I was going to hell. There was even a crazy comment that a man had said that my you-know-what is dry and I'm not wanted by a man. Me being me, I'm a Pisces, okay? And if you know anything about Pisces, we're emotional creatures. But people always take our kindness for weakness. Like, emotional meaning any emotion we feel, we're going to feel it to the max and we're not going to give up. So me being me, I start replying to the comments. Because who are you talking to under my video on my page? At my grown age. I wasn't even saying nothing crazy in the comments. I wasn't cussing, calling nobody no names for real, nothing. I might have called somebody a few names. But my thing is, this whole kid debate, not kid debate, even TikTok is catering to y'all. Because I find it insane that you can go in a person's comments and call them a HOE, saying they going to HELL, saying they didn't have 1,000 abortions, and not get reported. But the second, y'all, when I say the second I reply back to the comments, TikTok is violating my comments. I just got my first strike. I have never had a strike on this app ever. And it's so crazy because there's so many women, especially in my comments, talking about, I've never seen women with kids on here bashing the childless. It's only y'all bashing the mothers. Babe, have you not been on TikTok for the past week, 2 weeks and a half? Have you not seen some of the comments under not only my video, but everybody's video that's making the 21 with no kids trend? Clock it. But I'm going to sit down and shut up and try not to reply to no more comments because I'm not trying to get my page suspended. And that's why I don't have no kids. So I'm sitting here with my little silly self trying to freaking understand, how are my comments getting reported and immediately taken down, y'all? I mean, I could post it 5 seconds later, take it down, community guidelines violation. Like, so they not violating? Just proves how society views women with no kids. I also had another person come on here and say, that's fine, but you don't need to bash kids. Nothing, y'all can go watch my video. I'll tag it. Nothing in my video bashed kids. Why are y'all allowed to make think pieces on us and we can't do the same? Why are y'all allowed to come on this app and any social media platform and broadcast y'all kids from the moment y'all have them to the moment they graduate in high school? But we can't come out here and broadcast our child-free single lives. It's insanity. But I digress. Y'all have a good day. I'm going to let y'all have this one because I'm not trying to get my page banned over this silliness. But one more thing. 25 with no kids. I'm really raining it. Okay.
It's so sad hearing what she's gone through, and then as soon as she claps back, she's getting striked and she's getting reported. And it's just like, but they said, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't get why people are coming so hard for these women. Like, oh, you think you better than... No one said anything about being better than you. They're just happy that they can, you know, travel, go out when they want to go out. They ain't got to worry about a cheating baby daddy or boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just sad the amount of hate that she's getting. And like she says, she's so young. You know, she's 21. Hopefully she's in uni getting a degree, or she's got a good job. But yeah, the amount of hate and backlash she's getting is insane. She's done another clip where a guy is going in on her, calling her out her name, you know, like she ain't a child of God. So I'm going to play that next, and yeah, I'll be back.
We don't care if you 20 or 30 with no kids. That's your business, bitch. We love our kids over here. You're not gonna make me feel bad about mine.
Something tells me that you already feel bad about your kids. Y'all, the men are chiming in. Child-free women, come to the front. We got the men in a frenzy too. I thought it was just the baby mamas. We got the baby daddies in a frenzy too. All because we got on this silly little app, did a silly little trend about having no kids. What did he say in that video? They don't care if we don't have no kids. That's our business. Okay, boom. We don't care if y'all have kids. That's your business. Just like y'all don't care, we don't care. This is my thing with all of you people making think pieces on us. Just because we said we're happy with having no kids, why and what made y'all interpret that as we're telling y'all that y'all don't love y'all kids? That y'all need to be mad about being parents? I'm so confused. Because I thought the trend said 21 with no kids. Not, if you have kids, hate your kids and hate the fact that you had them. Like, what? Are y'all okay over there? Reading comprehension is a thing. And I think some of us need to go revisit that skill. Because most child-free women on this app don't make that their whole page. We don't make that our whole personality, like y'all think. But it's a lot of moms on this app that their whole page is centered around having kids, being a stay-at-home mom, being a single mom, single mama 6. Like, how many creators can you name right now off the top of your head that their entire page is based off of being a mother? Then how many creators can you name that their entire page is based off of being child-free or childless? Because most of the child-free people really just get on this app, mind our business, post our content that has nothing to do with being child-free. Being child-free isn't our entire personality. We never said that there was anything wrong with y'all having kids. We just said we're happy we don't have them, and we don't want them.
Guys, did you see that? Like, he called her the B word. Like, I just feel like it's so disrespectful when men called women that. Especially you don't know her from Adam. Like, who gives you the right to call her that? I'm like, oh, I love my kids. Bro, no one said anything about you not loving your kids, and I bet he's got multiple baby mums. He just looks like that typical. Why are you mad? That's a real question. Why are you really mad? You know what I mean? Does someone need to come out the closet? Like, I hate it, you know what I mean? I've got kids, and like, why would you hate on someone that's not got kids about, oh, you dried up, it's because you've had all these, I don't even think you can say the word, and you know, unalived loads of babies, and it's just like, no, I've just not settling for less. Just want the best in the world. You know what I mean? People have different reasons why they don't have kids. Like with my sister, she doesn't have kids because she wanted, you know, to be traditional. She wanted to get married, you know, the house, that didn't happen, unfortunately, you know what I mean? She's not found a husband. Like, she's been out with guys before, but, you know what I mean? Sadly, it's never gone that far. And she was like, I refuse to be a baby mom. You know what I mean? Like, my other sister who has 3 kids, she had her first child when she was 17. So, obviously, my sister looked at her and was like, that would never be me. And she was a single parent. Me too. Even though I had a child at 21, I looked at myself and I was like, that will never be me. You know, my other sister, she has multiple baby fathers. I have all my kids to my fiance. Like, I'm not playing those games. I've always said from young, growing up, I don't want multiple baby fathers. I did say I wanted all my kids by 30, so I achieved that. But again, it's not easy being like motherhood. We all know it's hard. But again, people have the reasons why they want to be child-free, and I don't blame them.
Am I a mom? Yes. Do I love my kid? More than life itself. Do I like being a mom? Yes, to my kid. Do I like motherhood? Absolutely not. Will I do it again if I knew what I knew now?
Never. Okay? So those girls that, Johnny, your kids, I love this trend. I applaud y'all. Y'all are doing the daggone thing, okay? Don't have them kids. It's stressful. But there's one thing that y'all are doing that I don't like. There's one mistake. Just one mistake. You guys are explaining yourselves. You don't need to give anybody a reason as to why you don't want kids. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody. Wear that badge proudly.
Yes, I loved everything she said in her clip. I had to drop in a comments like, listen, this is literally me. I love being a mother and obviously to my kids. But you know what I mean? When you know, obviously becoming a mother, you get knowledge, you learn stuff as you go. What I know now, would I do it again? No. With me, I probably wouldn't have so many kids. Like, who would have known that the climate that we live in now would be like this? You know what I mean? Since 2019, life has never been the same again. You know what I mean? Life was good them times. Life is hard now. So even that, like, how expensive, you know, the cost of living. Like, when people ask me, oh, you having any more kids? Why? When I've got, you know what I mean? I've got so many. It's not like I've got one child. I'm like, no, are you going to pay for them? You know what I mean? I do have a savings account for them, so when they turn 18, you know, they'll have access to that. I try and take them, you know what I mean? We go on holidays. I try and fly out twice a year with them, you know, make good memories. And I try and do, obviously, activities. I want to get my daughter into gymnastics and she's into football. So there's that as well. Like, kids cost, okay? They're very costly. So if you are deciding to have kids, make sure you're with the right person. If you are going to do it alone, just make sure you got everything patterned. You got your own house, savings, a car, a savings account for the child so when they grow up. Because in today's climate, you know, a lot of adults have to still live with their parents because they've got no money to move out or they ain't got the deposit. You know what I mean? Like, being poor already is expensive, but having kids on top of that, it's crazy. But everything she said in her clip, I agree with 100.
I am sick and tired of grown-ass women on the internet saying that they're childless. I don't understand. No one cares. Like, no one cares. And it's like grown women, like, in their 30s and 40s. Why are you saying you're childless? Like, no one cares. And it's like grown women, like, in their 30s and 40s. Why are you saying you're childless? Are you trying to say you're better than mothers? Like, what are you trying to say? I don't understand. Like, they're saying it. You know what? Oh my God, I just realised. They're saying it because they're advertising to the male species. That's what it is. My bad. Sorry guys. I'm gonna be quiet about the situation now because, yeah, that makes sense.
She's pretty, but yo, the green, the envy was coming out. Like, I don't get why she was so mad. Like, why? I don't understand. This is such a weird trend. I don't know if she was a mother. She didn't say anything, but she was just like, this 21 trend is gotta start. Da, 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 da. Why? Let them show off. It's just like a person being welfare. If they want to show off their Porsche car, their designer bags, you know what I mean, the Birkins, let them do them. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of hate just for no reason. You know, when someone's just hating on you for no reason, like, it's crazy. But her green eyes were popping. She's cute. You know what I mean? She's not got that typical attire when people think, you know, overweight, the bonnet. But yeah, it's like, why are you really mad? That's the question I want to know. Why are you really mad, sis?
The women with kids are mad. Not all the women, but the women who regret their kids and their decision, they're mad. They mad at the childless women who are participating in the Jacquees challenge where they bragging about having no kids. Why exactly, if you proud and happy to have your kids, would you be upset because women are bragging about not having kids? That doesn't make sense. But I'm going to ask you this. Why is it that as soon as you hear that a woman ain't got no kids, you jump immediately to she got some type of health condition where she can't have kids or that she had a bunch of abortions? Why can't it just be she protects her body better than you did? I know that's scary. I know that's a hard pill to swallow, that you was just out here letting dudes just dump off in you, right? You just be letting them do whatever they want to. But then there's women who won't. I know, Pookeisha. There's girls who won't sleep around with a bunch of different men. And then there's girls who use protection. They get on birth control. They do whatever they have to do to make sure Pookie don't get them pregnant. You, on the other hand, played stupid games and won stupid prizes, right? But now you're mad. Whose fault is that? Did you trusted your body and put it in the hands of some loser man, and now you stuck with a baby that you don't want? That sounds like a personal problem. But you got to stop jumping into saying that everybody going and getting all these abortions or that they don't have the physical ability to have kids. You know how disrespectful that is to women who really can't have kids? It's very disrespectful. It's very disrespectful, right? And it's just so sad that y'all are grown women who can't even control your own body. And it's funny because 1 minute it's your body, your choice. And then when you don't want to take responsibility for laying up with losers and getting pregnant, then all of a sudden he trapped you and you had no control over what was going on. And, you know, you go into child mode where you just this helpless little child and somebody took advantage of you and you had no say-so in the process. Right? Because you couldn't have been on no birth control or anything. And you can save the I was on birth control, condom busted. That ain't usually what happened with y'all. Stop it. Right? Stop it. Stop the games. But again, stop jumping left field just because you hear a woman ain't got no kids. All right? And if you love your kids so much, love your kids and stop being mad because women bragging about not having kids. Because guess what? One thing I'm going to do, I'm going to brag about not having no kids because I don't want them. And I'm going to brag about it. And there ain't nothing you can do about it.
I like that girl. I've used some of her clips in my other videos. People always call her like a pick-me shot. A lot of girls do not like her. She says it and she don't give a fuck. I love her. She holds people accountable. And like she said, for the people that are in people's comments, for these girls saying, oh, you're all dried up, it's because you've unalived babies or you can't have them. It's true what she said. That's very, what's the word that she used? You know what I mean? Like, to women that really can't have kids, like, you know what I mean? Like, how are you just casually throwing that? You know what I mean? Some people have to unalive their kids. I almost had to do it with my first child because they were saying that he was going to come out with sickle cell, and that's a disability that I can't do. You know what I mean? Because I know people that have sickle cell and the life they have, it's just not a good life. And my partner, he didn't want a child that would have that, you know, that hard life. So people who do have to unalive their kids, it's not always that they just woke up one day and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have you know what I mean? But yeah, everything she said, I agree with. She makes me laugh, but I ain't having no kids, and that's, you know what I mean? That's her choice, and it's your choice, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this trend is crazy. But again, I agree with everything she said.
The 21 with no kids trend is really showing how many salty baby mamas are on this app, because in the comment sections of those videos, there's so many of them, and they're like, oh, you think you're better than me because you don't have kids, or you're gonna be sad and lonely all your life because you don't have kids. When did they ever say that they were better than you? Like, I saw this one video of this lady, I think she was maybe in her 30s, and she was dancing the fact that she had no kids, and some of the comments, they were like, oh, like, you think you're so much better than me because you don't have kids, and even one commenter, she was like, oh, well, I'm 21 with 2 kids, and you think you're better than me? That's really funny because you're not. At least I have family. And it's like, first of all, when did she ever say that she was better than you because she didn't have kids? Like, she can celebrate her not having kids. That doesn't mean that she thinks people who do have kids, that doesn't mean she thinks they're on like a lower tier or something. And a lot of the salty comments, it's them projecting, all right? Because if somebody's just dancing to the fact that they're, 21 with no kids, or 30 with no kids, or 50 with no kids, and you take offense to that, that means there's something internally. The call is coming from inside the house with you if you're the one with kids and you're mad at this. Like, maybe there's some resentment because you do have kids. I don't know what it is, all right? But just because you see a video of somebody who is happy because they don't have kids at whatever age, it doesn't mean they think they're better than people who do have kids. You can be happy for one thing without trashing the other.
When I say I want to have a baby in my 30s, I'm always met with, oh, you're going to be an old mum. And then when I'm in my 30s and I'm flexing the life that I have with the baby that I have because I waited, people are going to scream, oh, unrealistic standards for mothers, making mothers feel bad. Yeah, but you didn't want to wait. What am I supposed to do about that? Like, people know what they want. I will see a successful woman flaunting her big new bag or how she snapped back because she had a personal trainer, and people underneath will be saying, oh, unrealistic standards. No, she waited to have a baby when she could afford it. Now all of a sudden she's an unrealistic standard, but when she was saying she wanted to have a baby, she was going to be an old mum. Like, decide what you guys want, because me, when I'm flexing my children and my life, I don't want to hear no unrealistic standards, because when I was telling people I wanted to wait, people were calling me, oh, you're going to be an old mum, or geriatric mum, ha ha ha. Like, you guys need to decide what you want, bro. Like, in this life, you actually have a decision to make, and you're allowed to have a child young and you're allowed to have a child older. But it makes me laugh when people on the internet talking about they want to be old mums in their 30s, and people are like, old mum. I'm just laughing because I know once that woman starts flexing the life that she has for her baby, you're going to be the same people talking about, you're showing off. She's not showing off. You're just looking at it with jealous eyes. And we need to be able to let people live the life that they want. If someone wants to have a baby at 16, let them have a baby at 16. If someone wants to have a baby at 30, let them have a baby at 30. It's got nothing to do with you, what people want to do with their womb.
Yes, everything she said was on point. I hate, like, when people are older and people are just always just in your business. Like, when are you going to have kids? When are you going to get mind your business? How about that? She just says she wants to get her ish together, which I love. Again, if I could redo life again, that would be me. I would get myself together, then have kids. But for people saying, oh, you're going to be a, what is it? I can't even say the word. Like, you know, like a dinosaur, like an old mum. My mum had me also. I'm the last child of 5 kids. My mum had me in her late 30s, which was obviously dangerous. There was a chance that I could have came out with Down syndrome and other disabilities, but, you know, thank God I'm fine. I do have some, like, health problems, so, you know what I mean? I wasn't fully out of the woods, but you know what I mean? So that's the only problem. Obviously, you have people like Kenya Moore, Janet Jackson. They had their child when they were, like, in their 50s, 49, like, you know, touching 50. So it's just like, but they've got themselves together, you know what I mean? It's like Rihanna now, she's a billionaire. She's in her mid-30s, she's had her kids back to back. That's how you do it. She could have had kids when she just, you know, like a Cardi B. Cardi B dropped, obviously, Bodak Yellow and then got pregnant. But, you know what I mean? They've both made it work. So being 30s, wanting to, you know, get married, you know, do everything, do all the steps properly, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. The only thing I used to hate in school, when it used to be parents' evening and like sports day and that, my parents wouldn't join in because obviously they were old. That's the only thing. Like, don't be too old, because when, you know what I mean, you still need to be active with your kids in it, like school trips, holidays, you know what I mean? So that's the only, don't have kids too old, because yeah, when it came to games and stuff, my parents never did that with me because they were so old at the time. But then there's parents that have their kids young and don't do nothing with them. So it's like, it just depends on the actual parent. But there are some older people who still go to the gym, go swimming, who are very active. So yeah, but if you are going to have kids older, just please make sure you're still active. You know, you're taking to the park, you're playing football, basketball, like make sure your knees are not, you know what I mean? We want them Megan Thee Stallion knees.
So how many kids do you want?
Oh, no, honey. I don't want any kids. I mean, it can change later on, but no.
What do you mean you don't want any kids? Every woman wants kids. Every woman wants kids.
Every woman doesn't want kids, just like every man doesn't want kids. What are you talking about?
Well, it's a natural instinct for women to want kids. I mean...
It's the natural instinct for men to be providers, but...
Well, I have kids.
Oh! Well, honey, I don't date men with kids, so sorry.
Excuse me? Well, how would you feel if a man said he doesn't date women with kids? Like, what the hell?
That's actually a thing. There are some men who don't date women with kids. I mean, I've heard men say it's a poor investment to even do so. So I guess that can go both ways. I'm not investing in that, honey. I'm sorry. But let me ask you, why aren't you with your wife who you have your kids with?
Well, since you must know, I didn't marry them. I mean, it was just a thing. I mean, I'm proud of my kids, but I wish they weren't, you know, the mothers.
Well, I guess you should have chose better.
I see what you did here. Wow. Well, you not wanting kids means you're selfish, and I can't be with someone who's selfish, so have a good day.
You having kids by multiple women means you're reckless, and I can't be with someone who's reckless, so you have a good day.
Oh.
With your kids.
Oh.
Everything he said was on point. You know what? It's always the guys that have bare kids already and bare baby mums that hated on girls that are child free. Like, why? And then just like in that clip, he's saying he loves his kids, but they regret their baby mums. And it's just like, well, you was reckless. You say I'm selfish. You're reckless. Like, you should have chose better. You know what I mean? Guys, I just don't get their mentality. You know what I mean? I have got some close like male friends, but they've not got a bag of kids. You know what I mean? But I would love to speak to someone that has a bag of kids and hates their baby mums. Like, why didn't you, you know what I mean? You can't blame it on the weed, you can't blame it on the alcohol. Like, it was just you just being reckless. You just wanted to nut inside her and you thought you couldn't create life, and guess what you did? You created life. But yeah,
you know why this 21 with no kids challenge doesn't bother me? Because I like motherhood. I like my kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind the responsibility of taking care of him. I don't mind the responsibility of mothering him. I actually enjoyed it. When he becomes a little bit older, he definitely going to be one of my little friends. See, but the reason why you mothers are so bothered by women being 21, 25, 30, 35, so on and so forth without children is because they were responsible and you weren't. They didn't have children with the men they knew wouldn't take care of them. They didn't have children before they were financially stable. They didn't have children before they actually lived their lives and got the opportunity to do the things that they actually wanted to do, right? They didn't do that. Because I seen some comments and I seen some mothers talking about, oh, it's because you're infertile, or oh, it's because you had an abortion. Baby, what? These women told you that? These women told you that these are the reasons that they're child free? Because it's impossible. It's impossible for them to have said, you know what? I either don't want children because I just don't want children, or I don't want children right now because I am not in the place, or I'm not in the mindset, or I don't have enough money to do so. Because the reason a lot of y'all have kids in the first place is because you wanted the man, not the child. But then you had the child and the man didn't stay because you didn't discern that that man did not want children or you. And because you have found yourself in an unfortunate situation and those other women did not, you're jealous of them. And that's why you have all these mean and distasteful things to say to or about them. And let's say they did have an abortion or a miscarriage that first time. They still child free, right? Because they learned from their ways. They learned from their mistake. They didn't find themselves in that situation again, unlike you. Stay safe.
I liked her point. She made a good point that most of you, I mean, first of all, she's a mother and she loves this trend. Like, she loves the ones that are child free, but the ones I hate in are the ones that did have a kid, basically to keep the baby father, and the baby father still left or kept the kid, and it's just like motherhood is just not what they expected it to be. It's like these glamorous gender reveals or baby christenings. With a lot of them, you're looking like, where is the baby father? Most of the time the baby father's not there. Like Dream Doll, I like her, she's beautiful, like I'm a fan of her music, but it's just so sad how like glamorous she looked at her baby shower gender reveal and there was no man there. You know, it's just really sad. Like, people go all out, you know, get the bust down wig, the outfits, you know what I mean, just the decoration, you know what I mean, it's top tier. Mwah. But you're looking and you're just like, where's the dad? I don't do all that stuff. I'm not into that stuff. So my good friends, they threw me a surprise baby gender reveal. So obviously I got all dolled up, and the cherry on top is when my man proposed to me. I'll put some pictures there, but yeah, I don't do all that. But you know what I mean, it felt good, obviously, him being there, because I just don't get when people do these gender reveals and christenings and you're just like, where the baby daddy at? You know what I mean? And you know, you always have those family members who are just like, so who's your baby father? And you know, do I know him? You know what I mean? But I agree with what she said. A lot of women are just hating because they just don't like the life they live. They don't like their baby father. You know, they left them, moved on, got a new girl. Like, even my cousin, she got with a guy, he had like multiple baby mums before her, and then one of his baby mums tried to fight off because she still wanted him back. Who's got time for that? You know what I mean? Like, I just told my cousin, be careful, try and ignore her, stay away from her, because obviously her kids used to go over to her house. So there's that as well. You know, the kids have got to know each other. You've got to know the other baby mums, but it can get very messy, you know what I mean? And it's just quite dangerous. You know, some just don't get over their guy, in it, like the soul ties and all that stuff. So you just got to be really careful. So I would advise, if you're young, especially 21, do not date a man with kids and baby mamas. If he has one child, one baby, that's okay. But just like you're single, you don't have kids, try and find a guy that's single and has no kids also. Okay guys, so that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and shout out to all my new subscribers. I see y'all, thank you. But yeah, run this video up, let's get the views up, and please share it. Please like, comment and subscribe and share. Stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.